Good afternoon. There's been some things right on the tip of my tongue, right there. And something I saw today just really took it over the edge. And there's some stuff that needs to be said that's not being said. I haven't heard it said anywhere. This is for non-believers in God and believers in God. Both, there's a message here. So this morning I saw, two different things. A conversation, and then I saw some pictures. The pictures were pictures of the Clinton family and the Trump family together. Joking, laughing, shaking hands, being cordial, having conversation. There was 3 different pictures I saw. Hillary with some family from Trump, and then the Clintons together with Trump and his wife, and one other picture that I'm forgetting now, but the same idea. Okay, so we see them together, and someone posed the thought of, are they lying to us? Is there something more to this whole thing? Is this a big joke? And there was one comment made that said, maybe. And I thought to myself, the first thing I thought about was the election with John Kerry and Bush. That was the first election that I voted for, and I waited in line while being, I think I was 7 months pregnant, and I waited in line for a while to vote. What amazed me after that election was that I learned that they are cousins. Thought, wow, okay, this is interesting. I can't get too much into this. We all have our own opinions about what's going on with these dynasties and with these families and with power, people in power, authority, the whole 9. Laying out a couple of points here. Then this morning I saw leftist liberals talking about conservative Trumpists. That's what I'll call them at the moment. And how basically the liberal leftists were all about the environment and the environmental family community, and on the flip side was these conservatives who I heard are idiots, I heard have a low IQ, they're racist, they're sexist, a bunch of things. I'm not saying nothing's being said negative about the liberal leftists. I hear it all the time. I hear both sides. Let me get this straight. This message isn't even picking sides. I have no side to pick right now. This isn't where I'm going. But there's something serious that I do want to share about what is going on and what is happening in this country. And that is a division that is being set forth and has been set forth for a while. This division, a kingdom divided amongst itself falls and fails every time. Sadly, and here's my message, I'm typically a peacemaker. I am a peacemaker. I've always just wanted everyone to love each other. Why can't we all just get along? The list goes on. And I love every brother equally, every sister equally. I don't want to be politically incorrect. This is where it has gone with being politically incorrect. God forbid I say every brother and not mention every sister. Or maybe I shouldn't even mention gender anymore. I don't know. What I do know is that we are in prophetic times that no one can change. It doesn't matter who we choose to be president. Some of us think by voting and by getting involved in the system in such a way that we are going to change the world. Some of us think if we choose one president over another, we're going to change the world. We all hate each other because we have opposing views. Yet we all know deep down inside that we love each other and we have common factors with each other. I know many people voting for Trump that are far from racist, far from sexist. I know many people voting for Clinton that have excellent hearts and want only what's good for this country. It's really ridiculous how we've divided ourselves, we're attacking each other, and to hear that people voting for Trump have a low IQ is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard, and that, my friends, is condescending and an ism of some sort somewhere. The problem that we have in this country is we're not recognizing the problem we have. No one wants to see it for what it is. And we're all part of the plot and plan, believer in God or non-believer in God. Whether you will admit it, whether you want to deny it, it doesn't matter. There is a movement, a shift occurring that none of us can stop. And unfortunately, and this isn't easy to say, I don't want to even say it, but no matter what we do, we're never going to find peace the way we want or the way we think we're going to get. It's not going to happen because we are at odds, not only with ourselves, but with the spiritual forces that are involved in this world. The evil one, the enemy that some of us don't even want to recognize, is ruling this world. God, who is sovereign, has a redemptive plan that will never be squashed. There are many people that despise those that are voting for Trump, and a lot of them are Christian conservatives. So right now, Christian conservatives are looking horrible in their eyes. The fact of the matter is that Christian conservatives have to go based on their beliefs. They don't want to vote for someone that is for abortion. They don't want to vote for someone that is for several things that are against what they believe. And that's their right. It doesn't make their IQ less than. The funny thing of it is, not so funny, is this is all part of the plan, something that cannot be stopped. There's a reason why we're all choosing what we're choosing. Fact of the matter is that we are not going to see peace the way we want until God himself comes back on this earth. That is a fact that none of us can deny, even if we try to. And we will have to contend with it. It's going to rear its head, whether we want to have it rear its head or not. Those that are voting for Trump don't necessarily hate the environment. This is absurd. Those that vote for Clinton are not necessarily for all the negative things that promotes. Why are we hating ourselves and labeling ourselves? We're doing it because the enemy wants to divide us. There is a plan for civil unrest. If we can't see it, I don't know what to tell you. Some of us are blinded to it, and we're blinded to it because we're meant to be blinded from it. We're not gonna save the world. We can do everything we can do to help humanity, to help each other, to be good people, good stewards, good managers of the earth, which we all should be. But there is something in motion that not one of us is going to stop. And in the meantime, we can hate each other, but it's doing no good for any of us. I think that's all I have to say. It just really hit me when you see pictures of Mrs. Clinton and Mr. Trump conversating and enjoying each other, and we're surprised that they once got along. Is this really about Republican and Democrat? I think it makes it easier for us when we think that's all it is. All it is saving that pipeline. Are we really that egocentric and arrogant to think that that's all there is? We can't stop this machine the way we think we can. And I'm not saying to give up your cause, but we're getting caught up in the wrong battles. And those of you that are fighting for the ability to get along with each other and understand each other, I am all for that. But we still must not forget what the real battle is. It is not flesh and blood. It is principalities and powers and spiritual wickedness in high places. It is what is destroying the earth. We can blame each other. We can tell each other we don't want each other to procreate anymore, to get off the planet, to save the planet. God is coming here to save us from ourselves, and some of us are so stubborn to accept that. All we can do at this point is pray, follow what we believe, and watch it all unfold. And in the meantime, try to love each other. But this attack against Christian conservatives, and mind you, not all Christians are for Trump, but that's kind of besides the point. And this whole thing isn't just about Christianity at all. This is a God thing. This is a prophetic movement that's occurring. Read the book of Revelation. Read the book of John. Read the book of Matthew. Read the book of 1st and 2nd Peter. A time is coming, and all those that call on the name of the Lord will be saved. And I'm not brainwashed. I am free from deception and the blinders that exist. And you know what? It's not fun to see everything so clearly sometimes. And no, it doesn't mean I have it all figured out, because I don't. I don't. I'm living in this world just like you, day in, day out. The turmoil, the stress, the desires, the hopes, the dreams. I just mean that God gives us a way to deal with this battle and not battle each other. God bless you. In Yeshua's name, amen.